Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to plot feature-wise number of missing values using pandas. So for this tutorial I'm having a survey dataset. So let's import required libraries. So we are going to use pandas. We also need matplotlib. And we are also going to make use of Seaborn library. So first of all, we will load our data set. So here you can specify whatever data file you have, and in case if your data file is already comma separated, you don't have to specify the separator. But if it is something else, for example, in my file, the features are separated by a tab instead of comma, so I have to specify the separator. Now let's print some of the data instances. So as you can see, we have some demographic data and some responses of participants for some of the questions. And you can see there are n values, so these are the missing values, and our goal is to plot number of missing values for every feature. So what we will do, the simplest way to find out how many values are missing per feature, you can simply run this command. So this, what it does, wherever there is missing value, it will show true. Rest of the part, it will simply say false. But we don't want this, we want the count. So here we will use sum. Now as you can see, we have this data now. For every feature, we have the number of missing values, and we want to plot it. So when we are plotting these missing value, we want to plot them in a order, let's say in a ascending order. So we can reorder this result by using sort values function, and here we can specify that we are not using ascending. So we can use descending, we can use ascending, so it depends on the requirements. So let's use ascending order. So as you can see now, our result is reordered. Now we need to store this result somewhere, so we will name it as dfnan. And what we will do, we will transform this result in a data frame. So we specify 2 frames, so the result will be transformed in a data frame. Now let's check this new data frame which we have created. So as you can see, the features in this data frame are indices. So every feature is working as an index, and there is only a single column. So what we will do, we will rename this column. So right now the column name is 0. We will rename it to something else. So how we will do that? We will write nan dot columns, and here we can specify that we want to name it missing. So if we print this data frame again, so we have our column renamed as missing. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to exclude all the features where there is no missing value. So as you can see, gender, weight class, all the values are present there, and there is no missing values cases. So what we will do, we will simply perform the selection, and here we will take this column and we will select only features where the missing is greater than 0. So let's understand this. So if you run this command separately, it will show you true where the feature is having number of missing value more than 0. Otherwise it will show false. So for these two these two first index, it will be false, and for the rest of the cases it will be true. And then we are using that as a selection criteria for dfnan. So it will select all the rows where that condition will be satisfied. So our new dfnan now contains only features where there are some missing values. So now our task is to plot these values. Now before plotting these values, it would be nice if we can convert this number into percentage, like what percentage of data actually missing for every feature. And how we can do that, let's create a new column, missing percentage. And what we will do, we will use the missing feature value, we multiply it 100 and divide it by the size of this data frame. And by size I mean number of the rows. So what I will do, I will use the original data frame from here, df. I will apply shape and I will extract the first element. So just to say, when you execute df.shape, it actually return number of rows and number of attributes, and I am accessing the first number, which is the number of rows. So when I do that, it will perform. Okay, so there is some error. Okay, so we actually did a mistake here. Let me check it. So our missing is actually here. So okay, so the problem is we by mistakenly used the original data frame instead of using our process data frame. So now if we look at our data frame, there are two features. The first feature, missing, showing the total number of missing values, while the next feature is showing the percentage of cases as missing values. Now we will move to plot this data. And as you can see right now, our feature names are as index of this data frame. So what we will do, we also create a column feature and we will assign. So let's look at our data frame now. So as you can see now, the index is also a separate feature, and we are going to use actually this column and this column for plotting. So let's start our plotting. So before that, I will create a figure, and I want to create a figure with a little bit of bigger size rather than of a default size, which is a bit smaller. And then I will use bar plot from Seaborn, and in the data I will specify the data frame name from which the data is coming, and here then I will specify the x-axis. So what feature should be plotted on x-axis? So I'm using here feature, and y-axis. So if I want to plot missing, which is the total count of missing values, I can specify here missing, but I want to plot missing percentage. Let's add some label. So y label is the percentage of missing values. Features. And show the plot. So voila, so our plot is now available. So in case if you have a large number of features, then your x-axis will be a bit cluttered. So in order to make it more visible, what you can do, you can rotate these labels. So how we can do that, we can write plt x text and then we can specify the rotation, which is 90. Great. So now we have a figure representing the percentage of missing value in each of the feature where there are some missing values. I hope you like this video. Thank you very much for watching.